All right, let's talk about Social Security and what Donald Trump's plans for it might mean for you. This is a big deal because millions of Americans rely on Social Security to make ends meet, and any changes can have a huge impact. If you're living on a fixed income or planning for retirement, this is something you need to hear. Here's the deal: Donald Trump has floated a few ideas that sound pretty good at first glance. He's talked about cutting taxes on tips, overtime, and even Social Security benefits. Sounds great, right? More money in your pocket. But here's the catch: those tax cuts would mean less money going into the Social Security system, which is already in trouble. Right now, experts warn that if nothing changes, Social Security could face cuts of up to 23% by 2034. That's a scary thought for anyone depending on those benefits. Trump's plan for Social Security isn't something he's tackling on day one, though. He's laid out a sequence of priorities, starting with border security, then moving on to extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which could include even bigger tax cuts for individuals and businesses. Only after these steps, he says, will Social Security come into focus. The idea is that boosting the economy and getting more people into jobs will increase payroll tax revenue, which funds Social Security. Makes sense on paper, but it's a delicate balancing act. If one piece of the plan falls apart, the whole thing could be at risk. Let's break this down. First, border security. Trump has said that securing the border is his top priority, and it's something he wants to tackle immediately. Once that's addressed, he plans to work on extending and possibly expanding the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. This could mean lower federal income tax rates and more deductions for businesses, with the goal of encouraging companies to hire more workers. More jobs mean more payroll taxes, which would bring more money into the Social Security system. But here's where it gets complicated. While these tax cuts might help in the short term, they could also widen the funding gap for Social Security. Cutting taxes means less revenue for the government overall, and that includes the money needed to fund programs like Social Security and Medicare. It's a tricky situation, balancing economic growth with the need to fund essential programs. And it's not just Trump's administration talking about this. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are grappling with how to address Social Security's financial challenges. Recently, Representative Rich McCormick said that tough decisions are coming and that both parties will need to work together to figure out a solution. Some experts believe we'll need a combination of spending cuts and revenue increases to keep Social Security solvent. But let's be real, raising taxes or cutting benefits is never a popular move, so these decisions often get delayed. Another challenge is the Social Security tax cap. Right now, you only pay Social Security taxes on income up to $168,000. Any income above that isn't taxed for Social Security. Raising or eliminating this cap could bring in more revenue, but it's a politically sensitive topic. Wealthier individuals aren't exactly lining up to pay more taxes, and convincing lawmakers to tackle this issue won't be easy. There's also talk of a new government initiative called the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, as it's being nicknamed. This initiative would aim to cut waste and save money across the board. While that sounds great in theory, there's concern that efficiency could end up meaning cuts to programs people rely on, like Social Security. Trump has promised no cuts to Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid, but some critics are skeptical about whether those promises will hold up. So, where does this leave us? Honestly, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's good that these issues are being discussed because Social Security is too important to ignore. On the other hand, there's still a lot of uncertainty about what will actually happen. Will there be cuts? Will taxes go up? Will lawmakers find a way to shore up the system without hurting beneficiaries? These are the questions we'll be watching closely. What we do know is that this affects all of us. Whether you're retired, nearing retirement, or just starting out in your career, Social Security is a safety net we all depend on. That's why it's so important to stay informed and engaged. So what do you think about these plans? Are they a step in the right direction, or do they leave too much up in the air? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to know, and subscribe for more updates. We'll keep an eye on this and bring you the latest as it unfolds. Until then, take care, stay informed, and don't hesitate to reach out with your thoughts. After all, we're all in this together.